Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you Dash Enterprise Snapshot Engine and how cool of a product this is incorporated within Dash Enterprise. So in order to set this up, we're just going to go over here, we're going to create a new application, and then we'll just name this, Snapshot Engine Testing. So we will go to the catalog itself, and I'll kind of just walk you through what the example that they have already created is. Now, if you scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see that there is a snapshots enabled clinical trial app. And we will use this one to kind of start building out the workspace from so that we can get an idea of what the snapshot engine has to offer. All right, everything just finished getting set up with the snapshot engine. We're going to go into the workspace and we're going to kind of start looking through the code, and we will get the demo application loaded up, and I can kind of share and show what the snapshot engine entails. So with this, the snapshot engine is practically a way of creating a PDF and allowing functionality of drawing on top of your application and to save that in a manner that could be used and useful. So in order to run it, you can look at the proc file. The proc file has a new line. If you look through previous applications, most of them are probably going to look like this first line, but this one has this line right here. So what we can do is we can run both these lines directly within the console by just copying the line and then pasting it. As you can see, I messed up there because I grabbed the whole line, but ideally if you want to run each section, you're just going to want to grab the G unicorn and then the celery script itself. So as you can see, I copied everything outside of the web, and then I'm going to paste that, and then it will start running. So there we go. Now I'm going to copy the celery part, and then I'm just going to go over here, and then if you go on the left-hand side, you can go to terminal and you can create a new terminal window, and I will run this directly as its own script. So we can start up the celery itself. So this might take a little second, but we will let that work its way out. Okay, so with both of those running, we can check the terminal for the celery and we can see that it has finally started. We can click on this little I button to get a demo of what the application actually looks like. We can also copy this or just click on the URL directly and it will load up the snapshot engine. But as you can see here, there's this cool little drawing feature where if you click on this, we can kind of just start drawing on it. Start saying like, focus on this, or create a comment. If you just hold it, then you can create a comment on a section like needs work, and then you can reply to that. Just so a click does that. A draw, like a hold and draw, will allow you to like draw on it, and then you can delete any comment that isn't needed. And then with that, once you click on the pencil icon a second time, then you could click on create snapshot, and then you can basically give this a snapshot name for what you want this PDF to be named. So we will just say like dash example, and within that you could select which charts you want shown in this. So we will just click on everything because we want everything shown, and then you can email the snapshot to a specific email address if you wanted, and then you can click on the email recipient to provide whatever email that you're thinking of, and you can click on a message to generate a message with the email. So if we click on generate the snapshot, we can kind of see this in action. It's going to take a second to generate the PDF, but what it's basically doing is it's taking all the individual sections within the application that you allowed to be within the PDF, and then it generates that in a PDF form, and then the user can have the ability to view it. So while that generates, we can click on view, and as you can see here, it generated drawings on the PDF. It's pretty dang cool. And if we go back over here, we will let this PDF finish and we can kind of show that. But basically what this is that this is a direct URL for the PDF. So you can share this URL and then they can access the application of the PDF on the URL, if that kind of makes sense, or the email that I shown, and then you can download it with that download button. And then as you can see here, the drawings on the map are showing. So with that, doodling and all of that, it's probably not the best way to use this, but to add annotations and primarily just to show your whole dashboard in a PDF style is really useful, as there are many different reports that are generated within these interactive dashboards. This allows you the capability to show what you want to show within the dashboard, create a PDF around it, and then email it to your specific client or corporate or whoever is intended to receive that PDF. So with that, isn't this freaking cool? So let's kind of just dive into the code a little bit, and we'll kind of look at this. But it doesn't take that much to build this out. So this is using the pages, where we have individual pages here for the individual sections of the dashboard that we are looking at. It uses Redis, it uses Celery, and within that you have that proc file, which is going to be primarily used to start the whole process. But you need to make sure, as I mentioned, that you're running the GUnicorn and that you're running the Celery before you're able to access it. And then also refer to the README MD file in this, as it does give a good explanation of how everything works. But with this being as tedious as it is, I'm not going to dive into the nooks and crannies of it. But there's also plenty of documentation on this subject as well. So you can go over to the documentation, and if you go down a little bit, you type in Snapshot Engine, then you can have more examples and documentation on how to actually go about setting this up. So this will showcase how to use the dashboard Snapshot Engine within multiple pages, as the example that we just shown, or just initial usage, which is relatively straightforward on getting set up. But it goes over the requirements and what specific packages you'll be using, and then it will kind of tell you how to set up functions to display the content and to retrieve it and to download it as a PDF. So with that, I hope that this is interesting and useful and gives you a brief understanding of how the Snapshot Engine works. But this is one of the exciting and amazing features within Dash Enterprise, and a great reason to use what they have built out within your own company and organizations. So with that, thank you for watching. Check out the other videos, as we have a lot of tutorials focused on a range of different subjects within Dash Enterprise. And lastly, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.